Hello and welcome. Today we're walking through exactly how to form an LLC in Florida, step by step, so you can get your business properly registered and legal with minimum fuzz. Before starting the video, I would like to mention that I earn an affiliate commission from the companies and services mentioned in this video. However, this does not mean any extra cost to you for using their services. We choose them because they are the best in the market. So let's continue with the video. If you're launching a startup, side hustle, real estate holding, or any business where you want personal liability protection, forming a limited liability company or LLC is one of the best paths. In this video, I'll explain what an LLC is, why many choose Florida, all the paperwork, fees, and compliance steps involved. By the end, you'll know how to form your Florida LLC correctly, keep it in good standing, and save time and money doing it. A quick disclaimer, this video is for informational and educational purposes only. I'm not a lawyer or accountant, and this does not constitute legal or financial advice. Rules and fees can change, so always check the latest on official Florida government sites or consult professionals when in doubt. The sources I use are accurate at time of writing. First, let's have an idea of what a Florida LLC is. A Florida LLC is a business structure recognized under Florida law that provides limited liability protection to its owners, known as members, separating personal assets from business liabilities. It allows flexibility in management and is taxed as a pass-through entity by default. Florida is an especially popular state for LLCs because there's no state income tax on individuals, relatively low ongoing compliance burdens, and a streamlined filing system through the Florida Department of State's Division of Corporations, or SunBiz, to create and maintain LLCs. Businesses can register online through SunBiz or via mail and benefit from transparent state rules. Now here are the steps to form an LLC in Florida. First, name your LLC. The name must be distinguishable from other business names already on file with the Florida Division of Corporations. You must include Limited Liability Company, LLC, or L period, C period in the name. If forming a professional LLC or a PLLC, there are additional rules. Before filing, search for your desired name in the SunBiz business name database to ensure availability and avoid rejection. Second, choose a registered agent. Florida requires every LLC to appoint a registered agent who has a physical street address in Florida. PO boxes are not sufficient for service or process. The registered agent accepts legal and state documents on behalf of the LLC. The agent may be an individual, including a member or a registered agent service. The agent must agree to the appointment and sign the formation documents. Third, prepare and file the Articles of Organization with the Florida Department of State, Division of Corporations. This is the legal document that officially creates your LLC. You'll need to provide the LLC name, principal office address, mailing address, registered agent name, address, and signature. Names and addresses of authorized representatives or managers, and effective date if you want it different from the filing date. This form can be filed online via SunBiz, or you can mail in the PDF. In the articles, you may also include the purpose of the business, though it's optional for non-professional LLCs. Fourth, pay the filing and registered agent designation fee. As of now, forming a new LLC in Florida requires a state filing fee of $100 for the articles, plus $25 for designating a registered agent, a total of $125. Optional costs include obtaining a certified copy of your articles, which can be around $30, or a certificate of status, which is $5. These optional document fees are helpful if you need official certified paperwork later. Fifth, consider drafting an operating agreement. Florida does not legally require LLCs to file or have one with the state, but an operating agreement is strongly recommended. It outlines ownership, management structure, how profits or losses are allocated, decision-making roles, and exit or dissolution plans. Having one helps with clarity, legal protection, and can prevent conflicts among members. 6. Get an EIN or Employer Identification Number from the IRS if your LLC will have employees, or if you plan opening a business bank account or want to file certain federal taxes. You can obtain it free from the IRS online. Even single-member LLCs benefit from having an EIN to separate business finances from personal. Now let's weigh the advantages and potential drawbacks. Among the positives, forming an LLC in Florida gives you liability protection so your personal assets are shielded if the business is sued or owes debts. The pass-through taxation means profits and losses flow to members' personal tax returns, avoiding double taxation. Florida's lack of state personal income tax is a major plus. Also, the costs are moderate, especially compared to some other states, and ongoing compliance is relatively simple, with annual reports and fees rather than frequent state filings. On the other hand, there are limitations. While Florida LLC law is business-friendly, running an LLC comes with formalities, maintaining good records, separating personal and business finances, filing the required annual report every year by May 1, paying fees, and etc. If you miss the annual report deadline, there are late fees. Eventually, failing to file can cause administrative dissolution. Also, if you plan to conduct business in other states, you may need foreign LLC registration elsewhere, which adds cost and paperwork. Additionally, while having an operating agreement is optional, omitting one can cause problems in multi-member LLCs if disputes arise. And even though Florida has no state personal income tax, there are still local federal taxes, plus possible sales tax or business tax licenses depending on your business type. Once your LLC is formed, you'll need to keep up with the several ongoing legal, administrative, and tax obligations. One of the top tasks is filing the annual report with the Florida Department of State. Every LLC must file this between January 1 and May 1 each year to maintain active status. The annual report fee is currently about $138.75. If the report is filed after May 1, Florida imposes a substantial late fee. Failure to file can lead to administrative dissolution of the LLC. Another requirement is ensuring your registered agent stays current. If the agent changes or moves, you must file a change of registered agent form and pay the associated fee. Keep your business address, mailing address, and management or contact info up to date with the state. Also, depending on your business activity, you may need licenses or permits from county, city, or state levels. For example, if you sell goods, you'll need to register for sales tax with the Florida Department of Revenue. If employing staff, you'll need to handle payroll tax registrations and reemployment tax. Maintain good accounting practices. Open a business bank account from the LLC to separate businesses and personal finances. Keep accurate records of incomes, expenses, and membership decisions. If you get an EIN, use that on your banking and tax forms. Even though Florida doesn't require you to publish your operating agreement, keeping a written and signed copy internally is crucial, especially for member or manager structure and dispute resolution. In conclusion, forming an LLC in Florida is relatively straightforward and offers solid protection and benefits for entrepreneurs. For most small business owners or side hustlers, the process of choosing a name, appointing a registered agent, filing articles of organization, drafting an operating agreement, getting an EIN, and fulfilling annual report obligations is well worth the cost. The total upfront cost is modest, about $125 state filing plus registered agent designation, and ongoing costs like the annual report are manageable around $138.75 per year, provided you stay compliant. If I were advising you, go ahead and form your LLC if you want liability protection, clearer structure, and possibly tax savings, especially with no state income tax. Do it yourself via SunBiz to save money, but don't skip the operating agreement. If your budget allows, get professional help for the registered agent or legal setup to avoid mistakes. Keep up with filing deadlines, maintain separate finances, and keep your public records accurate. Doing that will let your Florida LLC serve you well. And that would be all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.